Actually, no. I'm gonna end it over here.
Mimir, I still don't get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
You know what? I'll tell this one later.
And of course, as soon as I get over here is when Atreus wanted to hear more. Here we go.
Another name. Deirdre.
Someone who loved the Valkyries enough to do this? I wonder. Perhaps the Queen?
Well, let's give this a try.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was easy because we've done it so much. And that was a low level.
Mimir, I still don't get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
Back then, I was young enough to still be ambitious. The Aesir gods were as powerful a force as I'd come across, but they clearly lacked for strategy, focus, and sage counsel. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's Odin.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent at it. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself. By serving peace, I served his interests as well, that's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
Okay. And a traveler too.
Another name. Ulrich.
Why the arcane runes? Perhaps we're meant to find something in Muspelheim and Niflheim.
Prepare yourself!
Took care of him. I'm really curious on, like, what happens if I get to light all these things. I also have this realm. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's like, I don't want this to be over yet. Because in a way, it's kind of leaving you on a cliffhanger, too.
That dragon, it's Baldur's, isn't it?
Yes.
And you brought it down to save me?
It was very heroic.
I can't go up this way.
Mimir, you never told me what happened with the stonemason's son.
Hrimthur, son of Thanur. After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Hrimthur, and cunning. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labor. So Hrimthur adopted the guise of an ordinary man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labors. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed, knowing the task was impossible, but intrigued by this stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defenses. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash, if not sooner.
Okay. Ah, shit.
You're moving a bit slow.
There we go. That was a little close. A little too close for comfort. Alright, let me see if I can get... Of course.
Everything okay back there?
At the ready.
Oh.
Watch out!
Alright, any more of them? Just gonna pop out? Nowhere? Oh my gosh. So, I actually figured this one out when I was cutting up episodes. It's like, there's not enough room for a fight here. There we go. Made it up here now.
Another name. Gunnar.
Two more of them left. You're gonna be a little bit tougher one. Really? Wouldn't even let me roll away. Oh, come on. Oh.
Have you considered a tactical retreat?
Got him.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was.
You're familiar with the tale of Skoll and Hoti, bringers of day and night.
Oh yeah, the wolf giants.
Aye. They were born of the archwolf Hrothwitnir, a great nemesis of the Aesir gods. Odin captured them as pups and kept them in the kennels of Asgard to hold his foe at bay. But when the sun and moon grew mutinous and stood still, Odin put Skoll and Hoti to use. With his ancient magics, he cast the wolves to the heavens, and they began their chase. And long shall they chase, but not endlessly. For it is foretold that someday Skoll and Hoti will catch and devour their prey. And that day shall be Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods.
But Ragnarok is supposed to be Odin's doom, isn't it? Why would he set the wolves loose if it fulfills the prophecy?
Precisely the question, lad. It's always about control. The wolves determine when Ragnarok begins, and now he controls the wolves. A battle fought on his timetable is a battle he better stands to win.
So yeah, one, like I mentioned before, it's like way at the start of this Let's Play that there was this Let's Play. I still call it a Let's Play, even though, I mean, I am cutting it into pieces, but back when I first started this
Another
game,
name.
they already had announced Ragnarok coming out, God of War Ragnarok, and it's supposed to come out later this year. So I hope to be able to pick it up and play it when it does. Oh, come on.
Nicely done.
I can't get to that one. I got flung over there. Oh. Maybe it'll be one that will show up at the shop. $13 out of 18. There's only 5 more of those left.
If I'm not mistaken, we've yet to discuss the tale of the giant Bergelmir.
Oh yeah, I remember his shrine. It looked happier than the other ones, mostly.
It begins in an ocean of blood.
Finally, a story worth hearing.
If you remember, Ymir, the first giant, was fatally stabbed by Odin. It's in his blood our story starts. Ymir's magical guts poured out in a torrent so violent it threatened to flood all of creation. The Jotnar were unprepared, as the very last of them were washed away in the endless tide. Not just Ymir, but all of giant kind faced extinction. And so would Odin's victory have been complete. But Ymir's kind did not all perish that day. Staying afloat in the hollowed husk of a tree, the frost giant Bergelmir endured, as did his lady wife. For weeks they sailed, until finally they came upon a new land. They called it Jotunheim. And there they would start anew. As father and mother they would multiply exceedingly, and as king and queen they worked to make Jotunheim a land where giants would know no master but themselves. Bergelmir never sought revenge for Odin's slaughter. His vengeance was to live and prosper. He died at peace, a legion of his kin to mourn him. He would ever be known as Bergelmir the Beloved.
Bergelmir the Beloved. Huh. I've never heard a story end that way. Not a true one, anyway.
If you do, laddie.
I might be able to get to it from here. Okay, can't go past that. Not unless I do this, which is completely missed. So we'll try it. Okay, I do remember this. I just have to remember or figure out how to find a solution. But I'll do that in a minute. I want to try to get to the tower.
Focus up.
Nice to have an easy fight every once in a while.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh,
Look here. Another.
This one is Thrin, a frost giant king.
Correct. A cunning one as well.
Is that Mjolnir? Did he steal Thor's hammer?
Aye, for a time.
A lot of these seem to end with Thor killing them.
Imagine that.
ooh, one more. One more shrine to find. There we go. Made it to the back of the tower. That was weird.
Alright, last one. Carl! Look at that. Maybe we can survive a fight with the Valkyrie now.
Reduces all damage from Valkyrie attacks by 5%. Max up to 15. Alright, well, let's see. Well, that did it. Clear out any last minute
So how was your trip to
stuff.
Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogating him.
Brock, you knew?
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all Braziers with our hammer.
Though in the end it seems she chose another path. She chose, well, you. Both of you. I suppose she figured that was the best chance for the giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. And the son of Laufey, the just... I should have seen it before.